Hello everyone, welcome back to Relax History AI. American history was not written by presidents alone, but also by the women who quietly stood behind them. Martha Washington, Abigail Adams, Dolley Madison, Eleanor Roosevelt, and many other First Ladies left their mark through wisdom, resilience, and irreplaceable roles during pivotal moments in the nation's story. Based on verified historical sources, professional reconstruction software, and advanced AI technology, they return, vivid and lifelike. Who would you like to see next? Leave a comment below. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy the video.
Number 1.
Martha Washington, 1731. 1802, whose full name was Martha Dandridge Custis Washington, was born in New Kent County, Virginia, and became the first First Lady of the United States as the wife of President George Washington. A wealthy widow before her second marriage, she was admired for her virtue, composure, and devotion to public duty. During the American Revolution, she accompanied her husband to military camps. Martha died in 1802, remembered as the archetype of strength and patriotism among First Ladies.
Number 2.
Abigail Adams, 1744, 1818, whose full name is Abigail Smith Adams, was born in Weymouth, Massachusetts, and became a key voice in America's founding period. As wife to President John Adams and mother to President John Quincy Adams, she was a powerful thinker who used letters to influence political discourse, famously urging her husband to remember the ladies. More than a First Lady, she was a moral compass and advocate for women's inclusion. She died in 1818, leaving a lasting intellectual legacy.
Number 3.
Dolley Madison, 1768, 1849, whose full name is Dolley Payne Todd Madison, was born in North Carolina and became one of America's most influential First Ladies. During the War of 1812, she famously saved the portrait of George Washington before the British burned the White House. Known for her charm, grace, and political acumen, she helped define the public role of a First Lady. Dolley Madison died in Washington, D.C. in 1849, leaving a legacy of courage and diplomacy.
Number 4.
Sarah Polk, 1803-1891, whose full name is Sarah Childress Polk, was born in Tennessee and served as First Lady during James K. Polk's presidency. An intelligent and influential partner, she helped craft speeches, manage correspondence, and shape policy behind the scenes. Known for her dignity, intellect, and political insight, she remained a respected figure in Washington long after her husband's death. Sarah Polk died in Nashville in 1891 at the age of 87, leaving behind a legacy of quiet but powerful leadership.
Number 5.
Mary Todd Lincoln, 1818-1882, whose full name was Mary Todd Lincoln, was born in Lexington, Kentucky, and served as the 16th First Lady of the United States, married to President Abraham Lincoln. Educated and politically astute, she strongly supported her husband during the Civil War. After witnessing his assassination, she suffered deep emotional trauma for the rest of her life. Mary died in 1882, remembered as a complex and passionate First Lady, fiercely devoted to her husband.
Number 6.
Julia Grant, 1826-1902, whose full name is Julia Boggs Dent Grant, was born in Missouri and served as First Lady during the presidency of Ulysses S. Grant. A steadfast partner through war and politics, she brought warmth and dignity to the White House. After Grant's death, she wrote her memoirs, becoming the first First Lady to do so. Julia Grant died in Washington, D.C. in 1902, remembered for her devotion, resilience, and quiet strength during a transformative period in American history.
Number 7.
Lucy Hayes, 1831-1889, whose maiden name was Lucy Webb, was the 19th First Lady of the United States and the wife of President Rutherford B. Hayes. As the first in the role with a college degree, she promoted education, virtue, and charity. She banned alcohol in the White House, visited hospitals, and made public appearances, shaping a new standard for First Ladies. Lucy died of a stroke, remembered as a graceful, reserved, and compassionate figure in the nation's highest household.
Number 8.
Frances Cleveland, 1864-1947, whose maiden name was Frances Folsom, was the youngest First Lady in U.S. history, marrying President Grover Cleveland at age 21. Beloved by the public for her charm, elegance, and approachability, she embraced a visible role, speaking out, supporting women's rights, and advocating for education. Frances passed away at the age of 83, remembered as a modern, intelligent, and vivacious First Lady who redefined the public image of the president's wife.
Number 9.
Caroline Harrison, 1832–1892, whose maiden name was Caroline Lavinia Scott, was the 23rd First Lady of the United States and the wife of President Benjamin Harrison, an accomplished artist and active philanthropist. She helped modernize the White House with electricity and heating. She supported women's education and served as the first honorary president of the Daughters of the American Revolution. Caroline died of tuberculosis while in office, remembered as a compassionate and intellectually engaged First Lady.
Number 10.
Ida McKinley, 1847–1907, whose maiden name was Ida Saxton, was the 25th First Lady of the United States and the wife of President William McKinley. Born into a wealthy family, she worked as a bank clerk and was known as a well-educated woman. After losing her children and developing epilepsy, her health declined, yet she remained by her husband's side at public events. Ida died in 1907, remembered as a gentle, patient, and devoted First Lady.
Number 11.
Edith Roosevelt, 1861–1948, whose maiden name was Edith Kermit Carow, was the 26th First Lady of the United States and the wife of President Theodore Roosevelt. A private yet intelligent woman, she restructured White House life with discipline and helped shape the modern First Lady role. Deeply interested in culture and education, she was also a steady emotional support to her husband. Edith died in 1948, remembered as a composed, thoughtful, and quietly strong First Lady.
Number 12.
Helen Taft, 1861–1943, whose maiden name was Helen Herron, was the 27th First Lady of the United States and the wife of President William Howard Taft. Ambitious and politically engaged, she was the first First Lady to ride with her husband in the inaugural parade. She initiated the planting of cherry blossom trees in Washington, D.C., and hosted musical events at the White House. Helen died in 1943, remembered as a confident, active, and culturally minded First Lady.
Number 13.
Edith Wilson, 1872–1961, whose maiden name was Edith Bowling, was the 28th First Lady of the United States and the wife of President Woodrow Wilson. After his stroke, she quietly took control of access to him and handled many matters on his behalf. Though unelected, she was often called the first woman president for her unprecedented influence. Edith died in 1961, remembered as a powerful, enigmatic First Lady who shaped the presidency from behind the scenes.
Number 14.
Grace Coolidge, 1879–1957, born in Burlington, Vermont, was the 30th First Lady of the United States and the wife of President Calvin Coolidge. Before entering the White House, she was a teacher for the deaf, admired for her bright smile and friendly nature. As First Lady, she hosted charitable events and warmly welcomed the public. Grace passed away in 1957, remembered as a kind-hearted, cheerful, and approachable figure in American history.
Number 15.
Eleanor Roosevelt, 1884–1962, born in New York City, was the 32nd First Lady of the United States and the wife of President Franklin D. Roosevelt. She redefined the role of First Lady by speaking publicly, writing columns, and advocating for human rights. During World War II, she visited wounded soldiers and troops abroad. Eleanor died in 1962, remembered as a courageous and progressive figure, and one of the most influential voices of conscience in American history.
Number 16.
Bess Truman, 1885–1982, whose full name was Elizabeth Virginia Wallace Truman, was born in Independence, Missouri, and served as the 33rd First Lady of the United States, alongside her husband, President Harry S. Truman. Known for her privacy and restraint, she rarely spoke publicly, but remained a trusted emotional and personal advisor. During the complex post-war era, she embodied tradition and quiet strength. Bess died in 1982, remembered as a composed, loyal, and thoughtful First Lady.
Number 17.
Mamie Eisenhower, 1896–1979, whose full name was Mamie Geneva Dowd Eisenhower, was born in Boone, Iowa, and served as the 34th First Lady of the United States, married to President Dwight D. Eisenhower. Known for her signature fashion style, curled bangs, and lively social presence, she brought warmth and hospitality to the White House during the Cold War era. Mamie died in 1979, remembered as a friendly, feminine, and publicly beloved First Lady.
Number 18.
Jacqueline Kennedy, 1929. 1994, whose full name was Jacqueline Lee Bouvier Kennedy, was born in Southampton, New York, and served as the 35th First Lady of the United States, married to President John F. Kennedy. Known worldwide for her elegance, intellect, and restoration of the White House, she became a global icon. After her husband's assassination in 1963, her poised image in mourning symbolized grace in tragedy. She died in 1994, remembered for her style, cultural legacy, and enduring strength.
Number 19.
Lady Bird Johnson, 1912-2007, whose full name was Claudia Alta Taylor Johnson, was born in Karnak, Texas, and served as the 36th First Lady of the United States, married to President Lyndon B. Johnson. She is best known for her Beautify America campaign, promoting highway beautification through wildflower planting. Intelligent and thoughtful, she played a key behind-the-scenes role in her husband's political life. She died in 2007, remembered as a gracious, insightful First Lady, with a love for nature and public service.
Number 20.
Pat Nixon, 1912-1993, whose full name was Thelma Catherine Ryan Nixon, was born in Ely, Nevada, and served as the 37th First Lady of the United States, married to President Richard Nixon. Coming from a humble background, she worked hard to earn her education and career. As First Lady, she traveled extensively, promoted people-to-people diplomacy, and was the first to visit Africa. Pat died in 1993, remembered as a diligent, resilient First Lady, devoted to quiet service. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't hesitate to share it with your friends and hit subscribe so you won't miss our next exciting content.